Might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Well, give me all you got and don't hold it back. Well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too high. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too high. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too high. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Come on.
Ba 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 na na. Ba 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 na na. Oh, ba 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 na na.
All right, and welcome to the stream. At the end, it was the Minion version of that song, and so the Minions had their own little show of Bob Bob Brand. All right, so all right, welcome everyone, welcome y'all. Whether you're on Twitch or YouTube. Also, if you're on Twitch, Twitch just had a major mental health issue, and we really hope you all that's on Twitch survive that little state of mind that the Twitch network was in. We It's like we survived another pandemic, y'all. But that we probably shouldn't say that because that might happen again. So knock on wood, that it won't happen. Anyways, and just in case something does happen on Twitch side, I do want to let everyone know that I am streaming on both Twitch and YouTube as well. So if anything happens to Twitch side, just go. I will be sure to get y'all. I'm gonna work on the socials command for you all, so you all can have that as well for all my socials. I need to get that updated, honestly. Yeah. It's like I'm never off this app. But yes. All right. So, if y'all was part of the morning portion of the mental health stream, we talked about we was talking about relationships and like being manipulated as in any type of relationship that we was in. And just a moment, let me turn off this air because this. Hold on. All right, there we go. Anyways, so if y'all was in the morning portion, we was talking about relationships and let me see. What was the word? I can't see that small print. Anyways, yes. We was talking about relationships and being manipulated, and the relationships that whether it's intimacy relationship, whether it's friendship, whether it's family member, whether it's your coworkers. I mean, you can get manipulated in any relationship whatsoever. No matter what it is. And but for the afternoon stream, for the afternoon portion of the stream, we are going to talk about. Hello, welcome in. Oh yes, and Tony, I need to get you your shout out. There's that. And then I have to, let me get, there you go. Yeah, I get y'all shout outs now. Okay, so for the afternoon portion of the mental health stream, we are going to talk about healthy coping skills. We're going to talk about coping skills for stress and uncomfortable emotions. Now, if you've been in my, if you're like me, I have been in pretty uncomfortable and stressful situations, and I just did not know how to I did not know what to do in that certain time whenever and I didn't even know anything about what coping skills were or anything like that. So, and we are going to talk about coping skills. Okay, so let us start. And I hope everyone is having a great day so far, whether you're here in the United States or elsewhere. I know there's different time zones, time frames, and some of you are like 6 hours ahead of me. It's like going on 8 o'clock at night there. So, but all right, so coping skills for stress and uncomfortable emotions. Whether you've been dumped by your date or you've had a rough day at the office, having healthy coping skills can be key to getting through tough times. Coping skills help you tolerate, minimize, and deal with stressful situations in life. Coping skills, what coping skills are, pretty much, coping skills are the tactics that people use to deal with stressful situations. Managing your stress well can help you feel better physically and psychologically and impact your ability to perform your best. But not, excuse me. My sinuses are getting me. All right. But not all coping skills are created equal. Sometimes it's tempting to engage in strategies that will give a quick relief, but might create bigger problems for you down the road. It is important to establish healthy coping skills that will help you reduce your emotional stress, reduce your emotional distress, or rid yourself of the stressful situations you face. So here are the examples of healthy coping skills. Healthy coping skills include establishing and maintaining boundaries. So pretty much you want to establish healthy establish and maintain healthy boundaries, whether it's like relationships. I mean, it could be boundaries with any part of your life, honestly. Practicing relaxation strategies such as deep breathing, meditation, and mindfulness. Getting regular physical activity, and making to-do lists and setting goals. So we're going to explore coping skills that can help manage stress and challenges. We're going to learn more about how different strategies including problem focused and emotion focused skills can be most helpful. So we're going to look at which kind of coping skills are best for which kind of they're going to be either problem focused or emotion focused skills. So, emotion focused coping skills. Like if you're having emotional problem, like the emotional focused coping skills are such as exercise, taking a bath, giving yourself a pep talk, and meditating. So pretty much it's self-care. Emotion focused coping skills is your pretty much your self-care as well. Problem focused coping skills. This is for like every other day problems. Problem focused coping skills is working on managing time, asking for support, establish healthy boundaries, and create a to-do list. All right, so we're going to look at problem-based versus emotion-based coping skills. We're going to learn at what the difference is between each one. Is what we're going to do. We're going to look at the difference between what's problem-based and what's emotion-based. There are 5 main types of coping skills. Sorry. The 5 main types of coping skills are problem-focused coping, emotion-focused coping, religious coping, meaning-making, and social support. All right. I'm gonna. Well, I was gonna say if I get another call, I might have to mute the stream for a moment. But we're gonna go on. Hold that thought. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that. I was getting a Facebook call for a moment. Okay. While they're replying, we're going to go on. I do apologize for that. Okay. The 2 main types of coping skills are problem-based coping and emotion-based coping. Understanding how they differ can help you determine the best coping strategy for you. Problem-based coping is helpful when you need to change your situation, perhaps by removing a stressful thing from your life. For example, if you're uh, all right, sorry about that. Let's get back to this. Okay, I'm gonna reread that part. Okay, so problem-based coping is helpful when you need to change your situation, perhaps by removing a stressful thing from your life. For example, if you're unhealthy, if you're in an unhealthy relationship, your anxiety and sadness might be best resolved by ending the relationship as opposed to soothing your emotions. Um, Emotion based coping is helpful. Okay, sorry. Emotion based coping is helpful when you need to take care of your feelings, when you either don't want to change your situation or when circumstances are out of your control. For example, if you are grieving the loss of a loved one, it'd be important to take care of your feelings in a healthy way, since you can't change the circumstance. There is always one best way to proceed. Instead, it's up to you to decide which type of coping skill is likely to work best for you in your particular circumstance. The following are examples of stressful situations and how each approach could be used. All right, so I'm going to uh, pause there for a moment. I do apologize, y'all. I do apologize. Hello, mechanic. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, let me, let me get you a shout out. Let me get you a shout out. There you go. There you go, darling. There you go. All right. Oh, you're welcome. All right. So that. Thank you for those bits. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you didn't have to do that. Now, come on. All right. But I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. I just really appreciate you being in here and just being a part of the stream. All right. So, if y'all are just now joining in, uh, I've been doing all right. I'm starting this. I'm starting these new stream schedules, and that they've been really helping me. Honestly, it's been helping me. It's helping me help others, and I'm doing two things at once, and uh, also having fun with streaming at the same time. So, but yeah, but If y'all are if y'all are just now tuning in, if you're now just joining in with us on the stream, we are this is the afternoon portion of the mental health stream, and we're currently talking about coping skills for stress and uncomfortable emotions, the healthy, and we're learning about coping skills altogether. And we just went over the two different types of coping skills. Excuse me. Okay. We just went over the two of the types of coping skills: the problem-based coping and emotion-based coping. And then, all right, but like for each of the, since mechanic are just now new to the mental health stream, the mental health stream where it's there's a morning portion and afternoon portion. I'm taking what I learned at Ivy Center, at my counseling place. We call it Ivy Center, but I'm taking what I learned at my counseling place and put it into streaming. And not only is it helping me to review it with while, because I'm pretty much talking to myself, I'm talking to you all, and my goal is to help someone that is struggling with any kind of mental health issue and just spread the awareness. That is my goal for these streams, is to help someone out, not just help myself, but help someone else out. And so we're just now, like I said, we're talking about coping skills. All right, so reading your performance review. Okay, let's go on. You open your email to find an annual performance review. The review states that you are below average in several areas, and you're surprised by this because you thought you were performing well. You felt anxious and frustrated, which is okay. So I'm going to stop right there for a moment. That is pretty much that there can connect to us as streamers as well. Like whenever we see our viewer review of the analytics, I guess I hope I'm saying it right. The analytics, the reviews and recaps, and like the status of our streaming and whatnot. So, all right. So you felt anxious and frustrated because we're not performing well. All right. So there's two different ways. There's the problem-focused coping. Problem-focused coping. You go to the boss and talk about what you can improve can do to improve your performance. You develop a clear plan that will help you better, and you start to feel more confident about your ability to succeed. Emotion-focused coping. You spend your lunch break reading a book to distract yourself from catastrophic predictions that you're going to be fired. After work, you exercise and clean the house as a way to help you feel better, so you can think about the situation more clearly. So, all right, problem and emotion focused. The problem focused, we pretty much problem solve is what that is. Emotion focused is like you distract yourself. You're distracting yourself either way. Like it's a distraction from the problem to help you keep from having negative thoughts, is what that is. Okay. So, and I don't know if most of you, I'm not for sure who's all watching that has a teenager, but you have told your teenager he needs to clean his bathroom. But it's been a week and clothes and trash seem to be piling up. Before heading out the door in the morning, you told them they have to clean their room before their room after school, or else. You arrive home from work to find them playing video games in their messy room. Okay. So problem focused coping for that would be you sit down with your teenager, tell them that that they're going to be grounded until their room is clean. You take away the electronics and put them on restriction. In the meantime, you shut the door to the room so you don't have to look at the mess. Welcome in, Kay. Welcome in. We're talking about coping skills. We're talking about coping skills for stress and uncomfortable situations. All right. So the emotion-focused coping from a teenager with their messy room, you decide to run some bath water because a hot bath always helps you feel better. You know a bath will help you calm down so you don't yell at them or overreact. So the problem-focused coping would sit down, and they would and just talk it out, and just be firm, talk it out, and just leave it at that, and stand your ground. The emotion focused would be taking doing self-care and just relieving yourself from the situation, so you don't overreact, so you don't lose your temper. All right, so giving a presentation. We're going to give a presentation, y'all, okay? You've been invited to give a presentation in front of a large group. You were so flattered and surprised by the invitation that you agreed to do it. But as the event approaches, your anxiety skyrockets because you hate public speaking. I've known a lot of people that don't like to do public speaking, and it is hard. It's a hard thing to do. Not easy at all. Their anxiety skyrockets, just like it says. And so the problem focused coping to that situation would be you decide to hire a public speaking coach to help you learn how to write a good speech and how to deliver it confidentially. You practice giving your speech in front of a few friends and family members so you will feel better prepped to step on stage. Now, the emotion focused coping to that would be you tell yourself that you can do this. You amp yourself up. You're building your self esteem up. You're pep talking yourself. You practice relaxation exercises whenever you start to panic. And you remind yourself that even if you're nervous, no one else is even likely to notice. So, I'm pretty sure that many of us, especially as streamers, our anxiety does skyrocket, especially when talking to stream and like some of us are used to it, some of us are not. Some of it, I mean, it depends. It honestly depends, and there are different. There's two different ways of coping or skills to different ways to cope with that problem. I mean, you could do one or the other, or you could just do both, honestly. So, problem-based coping skills focuses on changing the situation, while emotional-based coping skills are centered on changing how you feel. Knowing which approach is right for a specific situation can help you deal with stress more efficiently. So, healthy emotion focused coping skills. Let's dive more into that. Whether you're feeling lonely, nervous, sad, or angry, emotion-focused coping skills can help you deal with your feelings in a healthy way. Healthy coping strategies may soothe you, temporarily distract you, or help you tolerate your distress. Sometimes it's helpful to face your emotions head on. For example, feeling sad after a death of a loved one can help you honor your loss. While it would be important to use coping skills to help relieve some of your distress, coping strategies shouldn't be about constantly distracting you from reality, though. And that's one thing that I personally do. I have so many coping skills, and we'll talk about more of coping skills as well. But that is what I tend to do. At times, I tend to hide in my coping skill instead of it helping me. I tend to hide with it. I tend to hide my emotions into it instead of it letting it help me. But that's why. But that's all right, because we're still a work in progress. Is what that is. We're still a work in progress. Okay. So other times, coping skills may help you change your mood. If you've had a bad day at work, playing with your kids or watching a funny movie might cheer you up. If you're angry about something someone said, a healthy coping strategy might help you calm down before you say something you might regret. Other examples of healthy ways to cope with your emotions include care for yourself. And we talked about, if you was in here yesterday, we was talking about self-care, pretty much, and self-esteem. So care for yourself. Put on lotion that smells good. Spend time in nature. Take a bath. Drink tea. Okay. Hold that thought. Pause for a moment. All right. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. That coffee and water just. Okay. Okay. Like I was, let's get back to this. Okay. So, other healthy, like I was saying, care for yourself. Putting on lotion that smells good, spending time in nature, take a bath, drink tea or coffee. Some of us like coffee too. Too much. But it's all right. Or take care of your body in a way that makes you feel good, such as painting your nails, doing your hair, putting on putting on a face mask. What? Putting on a face. Uh, I don't know why they said put on a face mask. I swear. Okay. So it's probably talking about makeup. I'm hoping it's talking about makeup because we already been through that 2020 situation. We already been through that. We ain't doing that no more. All right. Engage in a hobby. That many of us have hobbies. So yes, engage in a hobby. Do something you enjoy, such as coloring, drawing, or listening to music. Exercise. Do yoga, go for a walk, take a hike, or engage in a recreational sport. Focus on a task. Clean the house or closet, drawer, or area. Cook a meal, garden, work in the garden, or even read a book. Practice mindfulness. List the things that you feel grateful for. Meditate. Picture your happy place, or look at pictures that remind you of the people that remind you of people, places, and things that bring you joy. Use relaxation strategies. Play with a pet. Practice breathing. Yes, hydrate with water. Let me. I'm gonna have to get a refill on water. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi. Yes, self care. You're right. You're right. You're right. All right. So we looked at emotion focus. Let's look at problem focused coping skills. There are many. Excuse me. Excuse me. All right. All right. I'm good. I'm good. I think it's time for me to call the doctor again. Honestly. Okay. Uh, we talked about emotion focus uh, coping skills. Let's talk about healthy problem focused coping skills. Problem focused. The other one was emotion focused. We're going to talk about problem focused now. Okay. There are many ways you might decide to tackle a problem head on and eliminate your source of stress. In some cases, that may mean changing your behavior or creating a plan that helps you know what action you're going to take. In other situations, problem-focused coping may involve more drastic measures like changing jobs or ending relationships. Here are some examples of positive problem-focused coping skills. So this is positive problem-focused coping skills. Ask for support from a friend or professional. Create a to-do list. And we all know how it is creating a to-do list, especially whenever we do our grocery list at times and having to go to Walmart. We create a to-do list pretty much. Engage in problem solving. And that's another thing that we'll talk about as well in one of our other mental health streams is problem solving as well. Establish healthy boundaries, which that's another thing we'll be talking about as well as we go on. Walk away and leave a situation that is causing you stress. Work on managing your time better. So time management is another thing that we'll be working on, and there's just so much that goes into mental health and the awareness of mental health, and so whether emotion focused or problem focused, healthy coping skills should help calm stress without avoiding the issue. The right coping skill often depends on the situation and your specific needs in the moment. All right, so let's talk about, I know this is going to hit the home run with some people, but again, I do want to let everyone know that there's no judgment here whatsoever. I'm not gonna say, hey, you can't do this, can't do that, because I mean, I don't know what I don't know y'all's personal perspective on things. I just know my own. So I bet y'all are gonna be loved and encouraged and supported no matter what. So when we go through this. Okay. So unhealthy coping skills to avoid. Just because a strategy helps you endure emotional pain, it doesn't mean it's healthy. Some coping skills could create bigger problems in your life. Here are some examples of unhealthy coping skills. All right. First one, which I'm going to be talking to myself too. I'm going to be talking to myself too. All right. Drinking alcohol or using drugs. Substances may temporarily numb your pain, but they won't resolve your issues. Substances are likely to introduce new problems into your life. Alcohol, for example, is a depressant that can make you feel worse. Using substances to cope also puts you at risk for developing a substance use disorder, and it may create health, legal, financial problems, and social problems. But again, y'all are still loved just the same. And yeah, I mean, I don't look at any of you and say different from any of these at all. All right, overeating, which that's another thing I do. That is one thing that I do, and that's what that also comes with. That also happen. Overeating also happens with depression as well. For so, overeating. Food is uncommon. Is like sorry. I read that wrong. Food is a common strategy, but trying to stuff your feelings with food can lead to unhealthy relationship with food and health issues. It's all right. It's all right. You're still loved just the same. You're still loved just the same. We all love food. I mean, who doesn't? It's all right. Some people go. Sometimes people go to other extremes and restrict their eating because it makes them feel more in control. And clearly, that can be just as unhealthy. So, I mean, you have the times where people overeat, but then you also have the ones that like they restrict their eating, and that's not how that's not too healthy because whenever we restrict our eating, we're also whenever we restrict our eating, we're taking away our nutrition to help us focus on problems that deals with our mental health as well. So, but like I said, y'all are loved just the same either way. We're just here to love, support, and encourage, and just hello, filthy. And that reminds me, I'm gonna have to get all my new I'm gonna have to get all my new mods and VIPs added to get them their own special command as well. I need to do that as well. Love you too, filthy. Love you too. And I love each and every one of you. I really do. All right. So another unhealthy coping skill is sleeping too much. Whether you take a nap when you're stressed out or you sleep late to avoid facing the day, sleeping offers a temporary escape from your problems. However, when you wake up, the problem will still be there. Now this one, I'm not for sure how. Okay, well, okay, I can understand where they're coming from on this one. Just a little. Okay, so another unhealthy coping skill: venting to others. Talking about your problems so that you can gain support, develop a solution, or see a problem in a different way can be healthy, but studies show repeatedly venting to people about how bad your situation is or how terrible you feel is more likely to keep you stuck in a place of pain. And right there, I just preached to myself. I just preached to myself, honestly, because I do that at times. I do that at times, and I didn't realize that until now, honestly. I didn't realize that until now. But that's okay. That's okay. Because we're still a work in progress. Still a work in progress. All right. So overspending. While many people say they enjoy retail therapy as a way to feel better, shopping can become unhealthy. Owning too many possessions can add stress to your life. Also, spending more than you can afford will only backfire in the end and cause more stress. Avoiding. Even healthy coping strategies can become unhealthy if you're using them to avoid the problem. For example, if you are stressed about your financial situation, you might be tempted to spend time with friends or watch TV because that's less anxiety provoking than creating a budget. But if you never resolve your financial issues, your coping strategies are only making the problem. Unhealthy coping techniques, such as drinking or avoiding problem, may offer some temporary relief, but they tend to make things worse in the long run. These unhealthy tactics can also lead to other problems that create more stress and make coping more difficult. All right, so now we're going to talk about proactive coping skills. Proactive coping skills. Coping skills are usually discussed as a reactive strategy. When you feel bad, you do something to cope. But research shows that proactive coping strategies can effectively manage the future obstacles you're likely to face. For example, if you have worked hard to lose weight, proactive coping strategies could help you maintain your weight after your weight loss problem has ended. You might plan for circumstances that might derail you, like holiday season or dinner invitations for friends, to help you cope. You also might plan for how you will cope with your emotions that previously caused you to snack, like boredom or loneliness. Proactive coping can also help deal with unexpected life changes, such as a major change in health. A 2014 study found that people who engaged with a proactive coping were better able to deal with the changes they encountered after having a stroke. Another study found that people who engaged in proactive coping were better equipped to manage their type 2 diabetes. Participants who planned ahead and set realistic goals enjoy better psychological well-being. So if you're facing a stressful life event or you've undergone a major change, try planning ahead. Consider the skills you can use to cope with the challenges you're likely to face. When you have a toolbox ready to go, you'll know what to do. And that could help you feel better equipped to face the challenges ahead. Proactive coping has been found to be an effective way to help people deal with both predictable changes, like a decline in income during retirement, as well as unpredictable life changes, such as an onset of a chronic health condition. So, find out what works for you. And this is gonna wrap. We're gonna be wrapping it up after this. All right. Find out what works for you. The coping strategies that work for someone else might not work for you. Going for a walk might help your partner calm down, but you might find going for a walk when you're angry causes you to think more about why you're mad, and it fuels your angry feelings. So you might decide watching a funny video for a few minutes to helps you relax. You might find that certain coping strategies work best for specific issues or emotions. For example, engaging in a hobby may be an effective way to unwind after a long day at work. But going for a walk in nature might be the best approach when you're feeling sad. When it comes to coping skills, there's always room for improvement. So assess what other tools and resources you can use and consider how you might continue to sharpen your skills in the future. It's important to develop your own toolkit of coping skills that you'll find useful. You may need to experiment with a variety of coping strategies to help you discover which ones work best for you. Healthy coping skills can help protect you from distress and face problems before they become more serious. By understanding the two main types of coping skills, you can better select strategies that are situated to different types of stress. If you are struggling to practice healthy coping skills or find yourself relying on unhealthy ones instead, talking to a mental health professional can be helpful. A therapist can work with you to develop new skills that will serve your mental well-being for years to come. All right, so that was coping skills for stress and uncomfortable emotions. All right. So I want to thank each and every single one of you all for being a part of the stream, whether you're on Twitch or YouTube. And again, for those that's on Twitch, I really hope you I really hope you survive that little mental breakdown of Twitch from earlier. So let's raid out on Twitch. Let's find someone to raid out. Let's find someone to raid out. And let's see. Well, okay. I was gonna say now. I was gonna say. Okay. Let me find. Okay, let us. All right, so how do y'all on Twitch like Call of Duty? Because there's a person that we're gonna raid that plays Call of Duty. I hope y'all like watching Call of Duty. Honestly. All right. Let us. And before I. Yes. Thank you for everyone that joined in for the stream. I really, really appreciate and love each and every one of you. And I hope to see you all again tomorrow. The morning stream is at 10 a.m. Central Time, and afternoon stream is at 2 p.m. Central Time. So let us raid out. Let us raid out. Oh. All right. And I really hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Love you all.
Dude, just